This is how to be the hottest person in any room that you walk into. Number 1, good hair changes everything. Even on the days where you don't want to wear makeup, if you've styled your hair, it immediately makes you look presentable. Even if time isn't on your side, there is quite literally no excuse because products like this exist, which halves the time it would take for you to dry and straighten your hair. Because it does both at the exact same time. Or if it's a greasy hair day, you could even do the slick back bun. But because it's a season of giving and me and Mochi love you so much, I've partnered up with GHD to give away a duet style to one of you. So make sure you stick to the end for all the details on how to enter. Okay, number 2, now your hair's in check and you're looking presentable. Next thing we need to do is work on that posture, babe. Because walking around like the Hunchback of Notre Dame is not a good look for anyone. It's literally the easiest thing. Next time you realise your shoulders are forward, you're just gonna bring them back. Boom, 10 times more confident. Even if you're not, if you walk into a room that way, you immediately look it. Now we've got 1 and 2 covered, we're gonna put it into practice with number 3. If you're making an entrance with friends, laugh with them, talk to them. And then not too often, but every so often, you're gonna gaze around the room, and when you lock eyes with somebody, which you will, hold eye contact, smile, and be the last person to look away. Now you have given them the green card to come over and approach you. Try it yourself and see if it works, but even if it doesn't, at least you're now with a chance of winning a GHD duet style. For that, you're going to want to head to the link in my bio for the instructions on how to enter and for all the T's and C's. Good luck. This is how to make anyone obsessed with you and how to correctly enter your villain era. And as it's Halloween, I'm going to tell you all this while I turn myself into a villain. First things first, you're going to show up as yourself and be fearless about cutting people out and things that don't align with you, regardless of what or who you lose in the process. Number 2, if you cut them out, that means 0 contact. You could block them if you feel like seeing them will cause you more pain, or if you feel like you don't have the self-discipline to actually not reach out. But if that's not necessary, the best thing to do in my opinion is to let them see you win. Number 3, work hard in the shadows. Don't tell people your plans or what you're doing, just show your results after the graft. Number 4, work on your confidence. Take yourself out of your comfort zone. Take yourself on solo dates. Break old habits and start new ones. When you shift your energy and pour it into yourself and your growth instead of romantic relationships and connections, you become magnetic. Speaking of, they're definitely not magnetic, but I'm going to be putting in these clip-in hair extensions from Sway. And lastly, stop people pleasing and start putting in boundaries. Stop losing yourself entirely in romantic connections and letting them distract you from your goals and ambitions. Instead, start romanticizing friendships and family relationships. You'll feel 10 times better for it. Men will always be a bonus to your life, not the most important thing. Get a dog instead. These are things girls do before a guy comes over. Number 1, the itinerary. If we know a guy is coming over in the evening, our day starts at the crack of dawn. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but early morning. Because the to-do list of things we have to get done before their arrival is endless. What do those tasks consist of, you ask? Let me walk you through the motions. What absolutely must be prioritised is a morning coffee, just purely to get through the day. So over to the fridge we go to grab our oat milk. Upon opening the fridge, we realise that we in fact did not do a food job and we have survived purely off of soup, super noodles and bread this week. But hilariously, we told the guy that's coming around that we're a great chef and we're gonna cook for him. It's me. I am girls. But luckily on Uber Eats you can schedule deliveries. So whilst I might not be the most prepared, I am prepared to order from my local Indian, my Lahore, and try and convince him that I in fact did cook it. Some may say delusional, some may say resourceful. I say both. P.S. rate my order in the comments. And then we'll finally get around to doing the laundry that we probably should have done about a week ago. And hoover and change our bed sheets, and that's all before we have to even get ready ourselves. And the self-care routine, that is taking half a day easily, especially when it comes to the everything shower. Because believe it or not, I am not Edward Scissorhands, and what I'm not trying to do is cut myself down there. But after all that's out the way, all that's left to do is light a few candles, put a cheeky little playlist on, and wait for our Uber Eats delivery to arrive. It's go time. I'll be honest, after smelling this, I've got absolutely 0 chance of him believing me. Guys, sorry, look how good this looks. Nah, do you know what? I back myself. I could have cooked that easy. Now all that's left to do is destroy all evidence. Pray for me. No, but for real, if this isn't your sign to go download Uber Eats and check out your local restaurants like my Lahore, I don't know what is. It's a lifesaver. These are things girls will do when they like you, regrettably. Number one, if we've uploaded an Instagram story, we are checking it many times throughout the day to see if you viewed it. And even though we know you're probably just flicking through stories, we're that delusional that we use the time in which it took you to view it as a measurement for how much you like us. But at the same time, the way the girl math works is that we convince ourselves that no matter what time you viewed it, you're still obsessed with us. Number two, we will make every excuse under the sun for why you haven't texted us back. Left undelivered, something tragic has clearly happened, God rest his soul. Or he's clearly just so busy that he genuinely just hasn't been on his phone all day. Stop viewing our stories? Social media cleanse. He just needs a break from the madness. He's just not like other guys. Is it delusion or a coping mechanism? Some may say both. Number three, I just want to give a big shout out to all the best friends out there. No, you really are the MVPs, because the way we will complain to you about this man, the second his replies get distant, but then the minute he texts us again, you're getting voice notes about any minor update, and we'll continue to talk about them for hours and try and convince you that they're the love of our lives and it was all meant to be. Number four, if a girl likes you, do not take her reply times as an indication as to whether she likes you or not, because the likelihood is if she likes you, she's not just matching your energy, she's gonna double your reply time and add tax to it. Even though it's gonna absolutely fucking kill her too, she's gotta play it cool, you know? If you want to know the fastest way to get over someone, then listen the fuck up, because this is exactly what you're gonna do. If someone has done you dirty, if someone has wronged you, this could be anything from leaving you undelivered to sleeping with your mum. Same theory applies. The second you realize whatever it is completely out of your control and take on an it is what it is kind of mindset, the easier it gets. Just, yeah, if they have slept with your mum, maybe have a word. Following that, make yourself a non-negotiables list of things that you are willing to and not willing to tolerate. When you realize they tick off half the list, it makes it so much easier to move on. But yeah, failing that, picture them being a fanboy or a fangirl at a concert, and that should give you the ick indefinitely. These are things guys do that are hot for absolutely no reason. Starting off strong with number one is that thing you do with your jaw. And you know exactly what you're doing, which makes it 10 times worse, because it definitely works. I can't really do it, but that little clench. Is your name Jaws? Because I'd let you rip this. What? Who said that? That is definitely one thing to get the girl working. But if you actually want to give a girl a cardiac arrest, all you've got to do is swallow before doing that. Because when your Adam's apple moves, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Number two, fairly tame. When a guy is wearing a shirt and rolls up his sleeves. Just a slow reveal of the veins on your wrist that you can absolutely, by all means, grab my throat with. Yeah, enough said. Number three, we've all heard my man, my man, my man, but my girl, my girl, my girl hits diff. Just a little that's my girl. You and I both know that this is a lie, and in the near future you will be going off into the distance and pulling a Houdini on me, just like my father. JK, love you, Dad. But please say it again and feed into my delusions some more. And number four, when a guy lets out his goofy laugh in front of you, hot dog, hot diggity dog, welcome to Mickey Mouse's clubhouse. You can in fact laugh me into bed now, thank you. These are hot girl hacks I wish I knew sooner. First of all, I know I'm not the only girl who tries to do like the cute slick back ponytail, and no matter how long I try and scrape my hair back for, there are always bumps. Always. Trust me, watch and learn, because this is about to change your life. There's the ponytail, there's the bumps. Put the little grippy like this, slot it in and pull it back to where your hair ties. And it very quickly smooths out any of the bumps. Second of all, winter's coming, and what hot girls don't have are crusty lips. Let me tell you one thing, guys find the wet, glossy lip look incredibly attractive, for obvious reasons. But despite that, this is also just a practical move for winter that's going to keep your lips moisturised. My absolute favourites are the Lip Glow Revivers from e.l.f. Cosmetics, especially for when you want a subtle tint to it, because they come in 7 different shades. Like right now, even adding this to a little bit of lip liner, look at the difference. But if you're not really a lip liner girly and you still want fuller looking lips, this hack, oh my god, chef's kiss. If you lightly contour around the edges of your lips, right where that little raised line is, lightly blend it out with your finger and then add a lip oil, it's gonna give the illusion of naturally more plumped lips. This is how to make anyone obsessed with you. This is not for the toxic girls and boys, okay? This is for educational purposes only. So if you want to be more clued up on these types of things and you're not already following me, then I guess we should probably change that. Okay, number one, psychology says if you want someone to like you more, when you're talking to them, make eye contact but focus on their left eye. The reason for this is actually crazy. It makes you bond with someone quicker because it triggers the part of the brain that's responsible for emotion. The reason it does that is because it's connected to how you bonded with your mother as a baby. Apparently, most women are right-handed, so they would hold their baby with their left hand so they have their dominant hand free, meaning that naturally when they're holding their baby, they're looking into its left eye. So if you do suffer with mommy issues, I would be on the lookout for that one if I was you. Another thing someone might do to make you like them is try and bond over shared experiences, because they know that by doing this, you're gonna feel like you have so much in common. So if ever you notice in conversation with someone, they're the person asking all the questions and you're answering first, and then afterwards they're chiming in with their own experiences that are very similar, just be wary that they could well be manufacturing a personality that's best suited to you and all the stories you've been telling them. Might not be the case, and they may genuinely be very similar to you, but maybe keep a few cards close to your chest, okay? Just in case. And lastly, kind of similar to my previous point, if someone mirrors what you do, and by that I mean your body language, starts picking up the phrases that you say, and starts texting in the same way that you text, one thing's for certain is that they like you. Mirroring someone makes them feel comfortable around you because what they're seeing and hearing is familiar. And you'll feel like you've just met the girl or guy version of you. But it could just be that you're great and they're just playing copycat. So there you have it. The information's in your hands now. It's up to you whether you want to be manipulated by this person or not, okay?